What's going on, guys? Andrew Piluk Hockey here, back again with another video. Now, today is something that I wanted to possibly wait for a player preview video that I've been doing, but it's kind of a topic at hand right now, and I kind of wanted to give my thoughts. I was gonna wait, but I really want to talk about it, and that's Ilya Mikheyev. But if you guys are new here, I'd really appreciate it if you like this video and subscribe. Lots of Leafs content on here coming up in the coming days. Of course, I've been doing the player previews and more rumor and trade stuff and lineup configurations coming up. Maybe a podcast dedicated to just the Leafs, of course. Maybe in hockey news in general. But definitely lots coming up as this season and training camp, everything like that is starting to come up. I might even end up going to the first preseason game. We'll see. But definitely a lot to look forward to if you're a Leaf fan, not just from here, but in other channels and other stuff like that. So like I said, liking and subscribing helps a lot. Thank you to the new subscribers and all the people that have been here since day one. But let's get into more of the details. So, oh, that's the wrong screen. This one is the one I want. Anyways, according to several sources, Toronto winger Ilya Mikheyev asked for a trade following the 2020-2021 season. But what is important to the story is that the Maple Leafs made it clear they do not want to accommodate this request. Because of Zach Hyman and Joe Thornton gone from the left wing, the organization told Mikheyev it considers him a key part of their team and are counting on him to have a big year. Now, neither Kyle Dubas or his agent, Dan Milstein, were willing to comment. The issue appears to be his role and ice time heading into the final year of his contract. His 14 minutes per game last season was 8th amongst Toronto forwards. Mikheyev's impressive 23.39 game rookie season was cut short by an accidental but serious skate cut to his wrist. Dubas stayed with him in the hospital, as we know, after the team returned from New Jersey to Toronto. He had 7 goals and 17 points in this previous season, going pointless in the playoffs. But that came from 31 Thoughts. So definitely a lot to take in here. So I kind of want to give my thoughts. First of all, I like Mikheyev. He seems like a nice guy from all the interviews and stuff like that. But you have to take personalities aside and just look at this team as a whole. They are not looking, and I'm sorry, I don't know who's saying like that he's very important. I guess Kyle Dubas says he's very important. But Mikheyev didn't impress anybody last year. To just say, to say it lightly. There was a lot of times where like I forgot he was on the team. And I'm not saying that to be rude. It's just the truth. I like Mikheyev. I really do. And I want him to be successful. In that rookie campaign, he looked really good. Of course, that scary injury and stuff like that, it really sucked. But him requesting a trade, especially even after a situation like that where Kyle Dubas like put himself out there and was like for him and made sure he was okay and everything like that, staying with him, sleeping over in the hospital, I believe, or at least staying in New Jersey, watching soccer with him, like making sure he had clothes, like he was taking care of him. He's the GM of the team. Like that's unheard of. And the problem here is ice time. So pairing with the way that he's been treated here, getting a chance to play with, Nylander and Tavares most of the time and getting a quick stint with Matthews and Marner, the top 6. He's had chances to play there quite a bit. And over 14 minutes per game is pretty damn good for a guy that had 17 points. Some guys that are playing that much have a lot more points than that. I mean, you have a guy like Spezza who is, nearing his 40s and played less time than that, who is still putting up 30 points. It's like maybe the ice time isn't the issue. Maybe it's you're not making the most of that ice time. Just getting more ice time to get a few more points. Sure, that's good for you, but that's not good for the team. I'm looking at this comment of, if it is true, of him being, a vital part of this team going forward, is that the Leafs do believe he's going to have a shot to play in the top 6 again this season. Now, if keeping Mikheyev happy is the only way they can do that is keeping him in the top 6, then I'm sorry, just trade him, because you can't just keep him happy by putting him in the top 6, because he's not in my top 6 going into this season. I have Mikheyev on the 3rd and 4th line if he's not traded, because I honestly thought he was going to get traded for them to save the cap space, but we'll get to that in a second. But with Hyman and Thornton gone, really just Hyman, no offense to Joe Thornton. I love the guy, but like, let's be real here. But the Leafs brought in Bunting. They brought in Richie. They brought in Hosang on a PTO. They brought in, oh my God, why is his name slipping my mind? The guy from Anaheim. That's so bad that I can't remember his name. I can literally see him. Oh my God, that's so terrible. But anyways, they've brought in the Kasha. There we go. I knew I was going to remember. But they brought in wingers that can play up and down the lineup, and they still have Spezza to play on special teams and stuff like that. Mikheyev is not a guy that they need to have. And Engvall, for as much flack as he's taken, I mean, he's doing the same stuff Mikheyev does. So, like, I'd rather see Nick Robertson get ice time. Like Nick Robertson getting 14 minutes a game would make me really happy. So, like, I don't know what they're going to do with Mikheyev. I don't know why there was a trade request because, like I said, he went pointless in the playoffs, 14 minutes per game, and there were some nights where he didn't know what he was doing. Like, I'll be just completely honest with you guys. Now, one thing I do want to bring up, and I don't want to harp on it, I'll have to bring it up briefly. Game 5, 3-3, 10 seconds left in the third. Nylander shoots it off of Price's pad to get Mikheyev a rebound. And as you can see, that's the puck going right past him. Toronto was leading 3-1 at this point, and if he just taps that in, that's 4-3 with probably just under 10 seconds left, and Toronto wins the series. This is the story of Ilya Mikheyev. He can't finish. The guy cannot finish. He's not good on breakaways. He's not good at handling the puck. And he has a muffin of a shot. I'm sorry I have to say it. I love the guy. But if he improves his shot, if he can learn how to finish, the guy could have 15 goals, no problem. We've seen it before in flashes. He's good. He's a good hockey player. But for this past season, it looks like he lost most of that stuff. Like, it puzzles me why, like, people are out here just defending him left and right. Like, I like the guy. Again, I want him to be so damn good this year. I love Mikheyev. But you have to separate the player personally, your feelings towards him, and the game. He didn't do anything. He was lost in the shuffle. And the Leafs brought in better players than Mikheyev this year. They've gotten guys that can play on the penalty kill. They've gotten guys that can play on the power play. They've gotten guys that can play in the top six, who are more physical, who are quicker, who put up more points. Who are we kidding here? The Leafs should have just traded him. If he really did request a trade, then just trade the guy. Now again, I like him. 26 years old, 6'3", 195 pounds. Shout out to Enzo Amore. You can't teach that. He's a big guy, okay? But like, after this impressive, cut off season here, and no pun, like, there's no pun intended, it's not funny. His season got cut short because of a nasty cut, and it was terrible to watch because nobody should have to go through that. That's terrible. But 17 points in 54 games played, and then nothing in the playoffs. What screams more ice time here? I'm really confused because let me tell you something. If this was a player that most fans didn't like, that guy everybody would be like, ship him out of town. But because Mikheyev's the nice, fun guy, everybody is like, oh, who cares? You know what I mean? 1.645 for 17 points. He's got, like I said, 1 year left. No points in the playoffs, 17 and 54. I just hope he comes out this year and has a great season. I really do. I hope he had 8 goals in 39 games in his rookie season. Maybe he can put up in 82 games. Maybe he can put up anywhere from 15 to 20 goals if he just learns how to finish. But I'm not even against playing him on the third or the fourth line because that's what the Leafs have been screaming for, is depth. But in order for him to have a bigger role, he has to play in the top 6, or the Leafs are going to be giving their third line even more minutes, which neither of those makes sense to me. If the Leafs are going to try Bunting and Richie in that top 6 more, in my opinion. They're going to give Kasha a chance. I mean, if Hosang comes out and presses, playing with the Marlies for a little bit maybe, and then jumps up, like, Mikheyev is not top of the totem pole. If I was the Leafs, I would have 100% traded Mikheyev and then said to Nick Robertson, here's the door. Kick it down, or else you're going to be playing with the Marlies again, which is not a bad thing because the AHL is a great league to play in. But Nick Robertson, in my opinion, and I'll say it until I'm blue in the face and until I'm proven wrong, I think Nick Robertson is ready. They have to give this guy a chance. He scores a lot of goals. He scores a lot. He was very good in the AHL. And the Leafs brought in some good defensive players already. So if you can get that depth scoring from Nick Robertson this year, then why not play him? What's this fascination over Mikheyev if he can't finish and he can't score? And he requested a trade after this team has done nothing but good for him. And this is not a I hate Mikheyev video. I love the guy. Again, I'm just giving you guys reasons why this is ridiculous. It's very ridiculous to me. So, again, I hope he comes out here, gets more soup endorsements. I love him. I think he's great. But not when you're requesting a trade after putting up 17 points in 54 games and asking for a bigger role. But if he asks for that bigger role and he gets it and he does well, then good, bet on yourself. That's great. But if you ask for that bigger role, you get the opportunity, and you crap the bed, then it's your fault. That's just it. So again, you guys could hate me if you want. I know a lot of people love Mikheyev. So do I. Again, I'm going to keep repeating it. But this is BS to me. This is some grade A BS. If you want more ice time, then put the puck in the net. Okay? Or put up some points. Like, get some assists or something. Jesus. Let me know what you guys think. Like and subscribe if you're new here. A bit of a rant. I didn't expect that. Again, no hate. Love the guy. But he's got to do something. Peace.